Is Mark Fogel an American freed from Russia?
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now.
He said that last night standing next to President Trump at the White House.
He's got a great mother. And when I saw the mother at a rally, she said, if you win, will you get my son out? And I promised. She's 95 years old. And I said, we'll get him out.
Fogel, a teacher, had been jailed in Russia since 2021 for possessing medical marijuana.
The details of the exchange are still unknown, but the president says it was very fair and very reasonable. And he says another American hostage will be released today.
That's Fox's Brooks Singman. Now, minutes ago, a report out of Moscow that a Russian citizen was freed as part of Mark Fogel's release. Elon Musk also went to the White House as the leader of DOGE, the new Department of Government Efficiency, working to trim waste and abuse in federal spending that Democrats decry is out of control.
We had no idea we were going to find this much. And it's open. It's not like complicated. It's
not
simple stuff. It's
like
a
lot of work.
Yeah. You can't believe it. A lot of work.
And Fox's Doug Luzader reports the president also signed
an executive order tasking federal agencies to work with the Department of Government Efficiency to cut back the federal workforce. The president wants to limit federal hiring to just one person for every 4 workers that leave. And he exempted national security, law enforcement, and immigration enforcement.
And speaking of that, there are multiple reports that 2 top ICE officials have been reassigned as the Trump administration pushes to ramp up immigration raids and arrests and deportations of criminals here illegally. Israel's prime minister is warning he could restart the war in Gaza if Hamas does not release more hostages Saturday, which the militant group says it may not. President Trump warns all hell could break out, and he met at the White House with Jordan's King Abdullah, who does not support the Trump plan for the U.S. to take over Gaza and rebuild it.
I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What you can expect a little bit later today. You have a clear radar, and it's 30 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today is 36. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A winter weather advisory kicks in at 1 o'clock as snow and freezing rain moves in, says Wish TV meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Specifically for the metro area, kind of the 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. window. That's when you're going to have the steadiest precipitation. But, again, if you're going to be out, they have that advisory going starting at 1 for a reason. If things speed up a little bit, that's when things could get a little dicey.
Bailey says be careful for ice forming, especially on bridges and overpasses, which tend to freeze first. Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith is not happy because Governor Mike Braun's property tax bill got changed by a Senate committee on Tuesday.
I'm frustrated, guys. I'll be honest with you. I know but at the same time, the game's not over. We don't want to burn a bridge down yet because there could be some great things that happen. I know there's a couple senators that are just as frustrated as I am.
Beck was speaking with WIBC's Hammer and Nigel. Governor Braun says that he'll review the changes to his plan, and he looks forward to working with the House and Senate to strengthen the amended bill. Indiana State University is being sued by the ACLU of Indiana. Kurt Darling reports it has to do with the annual Pride Festival.
The lawsuit claims Indiana State is violating the First Amendment rights of the Pride Center of Terre Haute, who usually organizes the event on the ISU campus.
Here is a public space where First Amendment activities can occur, and the university is saying you can't have your First Amendment activity here.
Ken Falk with the ACLU on Wish TV. The center says they have not heard from the school after several requests for permission to hold the event there. They'll instead hold it at a park off campus nearby. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A young boy from Plainfield was taken off life support after a crash that left him with burns covering 60% of his body. The family of the boy shared the update Monday, and prosecutors say the person that caused the crash is facing charges in the case. Indiana shocked number 11 Michigan State 71-67 on Tuesday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. You have traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
If you built a house, you'd start with a strong foundation, right? Now, if you want to build a financial game plan for retirement, you'd start with Social Security. That's the foundation, and here's why. The decision to file for Social Security could impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and even your Medicare premiums. Everything is impacted by Social Security. That's why it's critical you get this right.
Nobody knows Social Security like our guy, Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy. Bill is going to do customized. That's important. Customized Social Security analysis just for you. Everybody's different. He'll customize yours. And it's free. Absolutely free, even if you're not a client. So if you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, call our guy, Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Interstates look pretty good here so far as we check westbound 70 coming into downtown, and that's no problems from 465 to the north. We're just moving at about 4-minute travel time right now, so we're doing pretty good right there. Eastbound at 70 Hendricks County from State Road 37 to 465 on the west side. Good morning, Plainfield, looking at a 12-minute travel time, so no issues there. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony, good morning. We are cloudy to start things off. Got several quiet hours between now and lunchtime, just cloud cover. We do have a winter weather advisory that will go into effect starting at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Look for precipitation to slide in by mid to late afternoon, likely in the form of a mixed bag here in the metro area. Chilly rain, freezing rain, sleet at times, and it could make for a slick, very slippery evening commute. Today's high around 35. That wintry mix will continue for the early to mid-evening hours. It will gradually taper off closer to midnight tonight, and then we'll quiet things down, a low down to 26. Thursday then dry, decreasing clouds, colder, a high of 28. Valentine's Day on Friday, also dry, partly cloudy skies, highs into the mid-30s.
That is Marcus Bailey of Wish TV. We appreciate it, Marcus. Thank you. And we'll be keeping an eye on that weather all afternoon. Hammer and Nigel will have everything for you starting at 3 o'clock. Matt Bear will be in the traffic center, making sure you get home safe and sound. 29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:07. So I guess there's only one way to do something. This is now the argument. Is anybody shocked that the General Assembly would make changes to a property tax proposal? That Braun wouldn't get everything he wanted? That there is this massive continuing disconnect between the things? People are shocked? Guys, we're better than this. You know it, I know it, the Latvians know it. Come now. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Fingers Malloy says that a lot. I have to give him due credit. Braun, Beckwith, they're like, well, listen, things can still be okay. They can still be all right. Senate Bill 1 passes the Senate Committee on Tax and Fiscal Policy. This was written by State Senator Travis Holman. It was about property taxes and how you get the reform going that Mike Braun was looking for. Braun's original plan would have increased the homestead deduction. That is no longer in this legislation. It would have capped yearly property taxes at 3% for most Hoosiers, 2% for seniors. That is out. In its place, a 1% cap on property tax increases in 2027 and a 2% cap in 2028. So one could argue your plan, Indiana Senate, is lower things for the next 2 years so we'll forget about it and then let it ride after that. Make it somebody else's problem. We'll be into other things. We won't be thinking about it as much. That certainly seems to be the argument that you're making. We'll do something temporary. We'll do something that looks good. We'll get to talk about how we lowered it to 1% or 2%, and then off to the races. Absolutely, local government wants this. Well, of course, they want the property taxes. I oppose all property taxes. There are other ways for a municipality to do things. It just, I would argue, has to be more transparent. Not baked into a system that nobody really understands. And we're told that if we don't want it, we somehow hate children or want our city to die. Arguments made by teachers' unions, arguments made by the people who write opinion and economics at the Indy Star. Both terrible opinions. Property taxes allow municipalities to do things. Some people like the result of those things. I'm not saying no. The argument is, though, if you own your property, you don't pay a property tax. That's the argument. How dare you tell me I own something and then not tell me I own it? And people want to dismiss that. If they try to dismiss it, they should be dismissed. But the larger point is, why can't we engage other ways of doing this? Create through the legislature other ways of a city saying, hey, here's what we're going to do. A more transparent vision and version. Why does it have to be this? I am saying if we're going to try something, let's go big. Let's not piecemeal it. Let's look Hoosiers right in the eye and say, you want to do this? Well, here's what you're going to be responsible for. Here's how it's going to fly. Are you in or you out? Well, it's up for your municipality to decide. There are some things that are left up to the state. We've seen this before. Maybe it shouldn't be this. Meanwhile, Governor Braun saying today the Senate Committee on Tax and Fiscal Policy has taken steps in the right direction by proposing strong caps on future bill growth, reforms to the referendum process, and targeted relief for veterans, retirees, and first-time homebuyers. But Hoosier homeowners need a solution that includes broad and immediate reductions in their tax bills. The governor, he talks about himself in the third person. You shouldn't do that. Your team should not do that. Rookie mistake. Talk about you. Governor Braun will, or I will. The governor will carefully review the changes to his plan and looks forward to working with the House and Senate to strengthen the amended bill to include broad-based and immediate property tax cuts for Hoosier homeowners who have been hit hardest by skyrocketing home value inflation. We'll see what's next. But anybody who thought it was just going to go easy, good. Come on. We're better than that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. The potential impact of tariffs at 6:32. IBJ Media is seeking nominations for its Indiana 250 list of the state's most influential business leaders and the Fast 25 list of Central Indiana's fastest growing companies. More at ibj.com/nomination.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
February is here and love is in the air. But if you're not in love with the way your home feels this winter, Universal Windows Direct has the perfect solution with their Love Your Windows sales event. Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Right now with Universal Windows Direct, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free, and there's no limit. Need 4 windows, you pay for 2. Need 20, pay for 10. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. And that's not all. Universal Windows Direct is offering no-interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months of easy payments with 0% interest. Already have a price from another company? Universal Windows Direct will beat it, so you know you're getting the best deal around. Now, some restrictions may apply, so call Universal Windows Direct to get all the details and schedule your free in-home estimate. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. And check everything out on the web at universalwindowsdirect.com.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Good morning, Fishers. Inbound 69 looking good from State Road 37 to 465 on the northeast side. About 4 minutes right now, as it's a pretty easy commute going from there to there. Looking at westbound 70 Greenfield coming into Indianapolis. 13 minutes on the travel time from State Road 9 to 465 on the east side. Add 4 more, and then you are into the north split. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16. This Valentine's Day, the perfect gift is at PA Jewelers inside Premier Arms in Brownsburg. You're going to find that one-of-a-kind piece without breaking the bank. Unique vintage pieces of jewelry dating back to the 1800s. One-of-a-kind pieces from local jewelers. And they also have those wow factor diamonds if you're looking to make this Valentine's Day something special. A big jewelry selection without the big jewelry price. It's more than a kiss. 3754 South Green Street in Brownsburg. 317-858-3030 online at premierarms.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed mold, mildew, bowing walls, or water in your basement? I hope not, but if you have, your basement is losing the war against groundwater. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun. Brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Cherish is a word I use to describe
the Pope, not a fan of U.S. immigration policy. It's the Pope, ladies and gentlemen. Not being a fan of anything that doesn't say welcome is something the Pope's going to be opposed to. Who didn't know? This is the second thing we're getting into. Who didn't know this? Who is surprised by this? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. As long as I have been doing radio, whoever has been Pope always has some comment to we need to help people in need, and we need to do more of this and more of that, and the answer is always the same. That's adorable. What else do you expect the man to say? There's no other argument that they can make, they will make, could ever make. Not a one, not a single one. But rarely do you hear government officials say, why don't you stop talking already? This was Tom Homan, the border czar, speaking about Pope Francis. Pope Francis is criticizing President Trump on the immigration crackdown, saying that will end badly. I exhort all the faithful of the Catholic Church not to give in to narratives that discriminate against and cause unnecessary suffering to our migrant and refugee brothers and sisters. The Pope has referred to Trump before as not Christian in his views on immigration. Which brings us to Tom Homan.
I got harsh words for the Pope. Pope wants to fix the Catholic Church. I'm saying this as a lifelong Catholic. I was baptized Catholic. I was First Communion as a Catholic. Confirmation as a Catholic. He ought to fix the Catholic Church and concentrate on his work and leave border enforcement to us. He wants to attack us for securing our border. He's got a wall around the Vatican, does he not? So he's got a wall around to protect his people and himself, but we can't have a wall around the United States. So I wish he'd stick to the Catholic Church and fix that and leave border enforcement to us.
It's a brand new day. It's just different. Everything can get a response. There are some things, it's the Pope. He's going to say his thing, and it means nothing. Zero. And you move on. The take from this administration is, we respond to everyone who gets silly. It is a reset of the mind, for sure, when you're talking about this administration. Meanwhile, we're getting information on the Chinese spy balloon that Joe Biden allowed to traverse the country. Joe Biden, we should more get into how awful he was for the Indiana Democratic Party. Trump is getting hostages back from Russia, and Joe Biden couldn't hold a press conference. For all the Democrats and progressives and leftists out there, you understand that America sees the difference, right? You can't compete. Oh, you can troll on Twitter. Good for you. You must be so proud. Go on. Put out one more tweet that really is going to own the conservatives. Good on you. Oh, I made fun of Tony. I win. Now I've got a real life. Adults in the room, that's what we have now. There's a lot to get to with that subject. But certainly, if you have a Chinese spy balloon that you knew when it took off from China, you saw it traverse the Pacific, you know when it was over U.S. territory and you did nothing about it? Well, the Chinese spy balloon had U.S. technology on it. Report, two sources with direct knowledge of the report telling Newsweek. They had the tech to survey, take photographs, collect other intelligence data. Launchable gliders that could have flown on other recon missions. Oh. So, did they buy this? Did they steal this? Was this somehow not Chinese, even though we know where it launched from? There is a lot still to look into here. But anybody who would have allowed this to fly over the U.S. wanted it to fly over the U.S. Let's make sure we understand that this is something that the Biden administration was okay with. They were fine with it. They could have stopped it at any time, and they didn't. And Mazel Tov, Doug Bowles, president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, now also the president of IndyCar. So Jay Fry stepping down after 10 years. Not quite sure if there was an issue there. But Bowles, the man in the tie, and now president of both IMS and IndyCar, according to Mark Miles, who is the CEO of Penske Entertainment as a whole. Bunch of other promotions taking place. Good on him, man. There are very few people in the role that they so that much adore. I don't think there's any question that Doug Bowles is the biggest fan of the Speedway there is, and is a complete and total racing geek. I mean geek. Maybe a racing dweeb. Right? I know he's listening right now. Geek or dweeb, I don't know which one it is, but and to think all that from a guy who buys his suits in the JCPenney's boys department, that is special. Wow, it's turned into a roast of Doug Bowles. That is not right at all. Seriously, congratulations. Very cool stuff. And looking forward to being there for the 109th running. Of course, WIBC is where you hear the race, and I will be out there for the pre-race. At least I think I will be. Who knows? I might lose my job before then. But that's the plan. Congratulations, Doug. Well earned. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Hamilton County southbound 69 stop and go traffic from Cynthia Road for about a mile, and we are keeping an eye on that. Looking at westbound 70 from the airport downtown. If you're shuttling people from the hotels out to the airport this morning, it looks good going from West Street entrance, Meridian, Illinois, South Split out to the airport collector on westbound 70. Again, no problems to Ronald Reagan Parkway and Mariplex as you make your way out there. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
You may not be able to afford to stay in your home anymore thanks to the Republicans, but at least the radio show's still free.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Life-changing discovery should never be left to chance. IU Indianapolis is Indiana's premier urban research university, home to 50 research centers and institutes, which means our students don't just study groundbreaking research, they make their very own breakthroughs from day one. We're here to make the future happen. Bring on tomorrow. IU Indianapolis. Discover what's next at go.iu.edu/breakthrough.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here with an amazing offer for my friends at Hope Plumbing. For the month of February, install a tankless water heater and get $1,000 off. That's right, get $1,000 off any tankless water heater. So if taking endless hot showers, cutting down on your gas bill, and saving space in your home is on your to-do list, call my friends at Hope Plumbing and get your tankless water heater installed today. Visit them online at hopeplumbing.com.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 765-545-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 765-545-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams don't get in, that's are us.
The Ford 70th Annual Indianapolis Boat Sport and Travel Show, February 14th through 16th and 19th through 23rd at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. Celebrating 70 years of the great outdoors. Over 750,000 square feet of the latest boats, RVs, power sports, motorcycles, Tackletown USA, travel destinations, and much more. Don't miss the 27th Annual Indiana Deer, Turkey, and Waterfowl Expo during the final 3 days of the sports show. One ticket gets you into both shows. Visit IndySportsShow.com. Another Renfro production.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Snow and some ice on your way home. You have a clear radar, and it's 30 degrees in the capital city. Your high today, 36. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. A winter storm will move across the state this afternoon, bringing ice and snow. Wish TV forecaster Marcus Bailey says you should use caution driving home.
Give yourself plenty of space. Always assume that the road may be a little more slick than potentially it is. In some spots, it may look wet. In other spots, it could be icy, and it could quickly come upon you.
Bailey says there's a winter weather advisory that goes into effect at 1 o'clock. President Trump signed an executive order cutting the federal workforce after findings from the Department of Government Efficiency, which is trying to save taxpayer money. Doge co-chair Elon Musk joined Donald Trump in the Oval Office Tuesday.
We have this unelected, fourth unconstitutional branch of government, which is the bureaucracy, which has, in a lot of ways, currently more power than any elected representative.
A federal judge recently blocked deadlines for federal employees to either accept a buyout offer or return to in-person work, marking part of Doge's push to curb spending. Mortgage rates held steady in January, but real estate property experts say changes could be on the horizon. Here's Kurt Darling.
Experts with FC Tucker in Indiana say home sales were down about 30% market-wide in January, which they say is normal compared to the rest of any particular calendar year. While sales dipped as expected, they say a welcome surprise for buyers is that home prices also took a hit. FC Tucker says prices dropped about 3 to 4% last month, one of the more significant declines they've seen in recent months. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A Senate committee approved a scaled-back version of the property tax relief bill this week after local governments said they're worried about losing some funding for public services. Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith preferred the original proposal by Governor Mike Braun.
I'm frustrated, guys. I'll be honest with you. I know but at the same time, the game's not over. We don't want to burn a bridge down yet because there could be some great things that happen. I know there's a couple senators that are just as frustrated as I am.
That's Beckwith with Hammer and Nigel on Tuesday. You're paying an average of $2.93 for a gallon of gas today, says AAA. The cheapest gas is an Avon, $2.49. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports coming up together in 2.5 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Nashville, Indiana-based Hard Truth Distilling Company co-owner Jeff McCabe says he's concerned about the impact of potential tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, China, and Europe, but believes his growing brewery and distillery will be just fine.
For us right now, it's not an issue, but when there is risk, you evaluate your whole supply chain and look where the gaps could be.
Ivy Tech Community College says it plans to sunset its Office of Diversity, Equity, and Belonging. President Sue Ellspermann cites executive orders from President Trump to defund DEI initiatives, as well as proposed legislation currently going through the Indiana General Assembly as reasons for the move. The Carroll County Economic Development Corporation has appointed a planning consultant as its interim director. Jonathan Blake is a senior director of strategic planning at Terre Haute-based RJL Solutions. He succeeds Jacob Adams, who has been appointed to serve as director of the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Elkhart-based LCI Industries, the parent of RV manufacturer Lippert, is reporting full-year net income of $143 million in 2024. That's up from $64 million the previous year. CEO Jason Lippert says the 123% increase is the result of a strong effort to grow cost savings and improve operations in a challenging RV and marine market. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar. Because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
At the Indiana State House, Senate Bill 377 would introduce a new framework for future regional funding initiatives. That, according to bill author Senator Greg Good of Terre Haute. Those initiatives, like the Holcomb administration's READY program, have previously channeled hundreds of millions of state dollars into communities around the state to jumpstart projects to improve quality of place and the state's economy. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, southbound 69 in Hamilton County has improved, but still a little bit slow from Cynthia Road down to Campus Parkway. Now looking at northbound 65 coming up from Franklin this morning. Good morning, Johnson County. Looking at State Road 44 King up to 465. That's just 10 minutes here at the moment. And southbound 65 looking okay right now from State Road 47 down to 465 on the west side. Just 19 minutes coming down from Boone County. That is moving up to speed as well. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on the sports. And Ryan Hedrick, what's up?
Tony, good morning. Coach Tom Izzo sits at 353 Big Ten wins, one short of Bobby Knight's record. Indiana made sure that he stayed there Tuesday. The Hoosiers stunned number 11 Michigan State 71-67 on the road. Forward Malik Renew scored 19 points off the bench for head coach Mike Woodson.
I went to him the other day and told him he wasn't starting, and probably didn't sit well with him, but he said, Coach, whatever you need me to do, and he came in and he played his ass off.
In the win snaps, IU's 5-game losing skid, they host UCLA Friday night. 7th-ranked Purdue fell short to number 20 Michigan Tuesday, 75-73, and the Indiana Pacers lost to the New York Knicks 128-115. Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Howard for the Knicks combined for 70 points. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the Level on the Go and at WIBC.com.
What's one of the best ways for students to learn the value of teamwork?
By participating in high school sports. I'm Jace Martin from North Harrison High School.
And I'm Danae Klein from South Putnam High School. Playing high school sports means being a part of something bigger than myself.
I love working together with my teammates towards a common goal.
It keeps me accountable, knowing my team is depending on me.
It reminds me to prioritize the team's success over my own.
Because it's about we, not me, and that's an important lesson to learn, on the field and in life.
As teammates, we train together, we push each other, and we represent our school together. That bonds us forever.
We're a team, and that means we're in this together.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. You can be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is the power of teamwork. This is coming together as one. This is your IHSAA.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
To get conspiratorial so early in the morning, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. There is now a commission or a task force, I guess we call it, exposing federal secrets. Yeah, we're gonna need to put that together, producer Carl. We're gonna need something that talks about federal secrets. And you've got Representative Anna Paulina Luna heading this up. And at the first kind of press conference discussing this, she wants you to know that she's now taking a look at the assassination of John F. Kennedy and believes there were two shooters. based on what I've been seeing so far, the initial hearing that was actually held here in Congress was actually faulty in the single bullet theory. I believe that there were two shooters. This year is going to be so out of control. So absolutely out of control. I'm going to let people do whatever it is they want to do regarding the assassination of John Kennedy. Discuss it, break it down. I'm willing to believe anything. But you'll forgive me, my focus is solely on the releasing of the Epstein files. I want to know who was on the planes. I want to know who was on the island with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know. I want to see it. And I want to know who goes to jail, because people need to go to jail. That's where I'll be. So if we want to talk about really letting things be known, true transparency, who was with Jeffrey Epstein, who was involved in the pedophilia, it ain't just Drake. Who is involved? Republican or Democrat, don't care. Want them in jail and worse. That's what I'll be. That's what I'll be waiting for. And I hope to see it sooner rather than later. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The bad weather, man, it is not done. Never mind just the cold, the rain, what we're expecting just today. And you may have felt it that sure, the snow has come and gone, but maybe your house was cold. Maybe colder than you thought it should be. Maybe you think something's not right. Maybe you wonder if that weather has done a number on your roof, on your siding. Talk to Moss Roofing today and get that free inspection. They're ready to assist with your roofing and siding needs. They're going to make sure your home is looking great, it is feeling great, and most importantly, your family is safe. Let Moss Roofing talk to you about James Hardy siding, which is tough enough to face Indiana's wild weather, stylish enough to turn heads on your block. And when you work with Moss Roofing, a family-owned business right here in central Indiana, second generation, they will do a 3D design preview with their free inspections. You can see what a new roof or new siding would look like, how it'll change the look of your house, increase curb appeal, increase the value of your home, but most importantly, keep you from having to endure major repairs down the road. Take care of small problems now so they don't become big problems later. Moss Roofing. Talk to them today. 317-747-3665. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing. 747-3665 or online at Moss. M-O-S-S. MossRoofing.com.
The pothole. Formed in colder months, tiny fissures are born. And in no time at all, they grow into big, gigantic tire killers. That's why you need Matt Baird Traffic.
Watch out on Keystone Avenue.
He'll guide you around these hidden monsters.
Yeah, might as well call it a basement.
And on to safer ground.
You don't want to be in the far left lane.
Mornings and afternoons on 93 WIBC.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through March 23rd, get Xfinity Gig Internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract when you add an unlimited mobile line. Plus, get free Wi-Fi equipment included for 2 years. Switch today and join the network that delivers gig speed to the most homes. Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless plan, auto-pay, start bank account. Taxes and fees extra. $40 internet discount applied to mobile bill. After 12 months, internet rate increases to $65. After 24 months, regular rates apply to internet service and Wi-Fi equipment. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Reduced mobile speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Data thresholds and actual internet speeds vary.
In almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it is a one and done. Because we don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what do we know?
All right, we are on the northwest side. It is Boone County, actually, as we look at westbound 865 before those 465 ramps. And we do have a crash, and it looks to be on the left shoulder here as we take a look at the camera. So please be careful. Again, westbound 865 and 465, that is a crash. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:45.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Morton Building's annual Building Value Day sales event is here and now through the month of February. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. Whether you need a garage, farm shop, stall barn, or storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, now's the time to save on new buildings. Visit mortonbuildings.com to learn more and save on select new buildings that will stand the test of time. From Morton Buildings. Certain restrictions apply. See your local construction center for details.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
IT professionals, don't choose the wrong recycler. Choose Technology Recyclers for complete guaranteed data destruction. Why put your data at risk? You work too hard to experience a data loss by selecting the wrong recycler. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Never miss your favorite shows on WIBC. Get your content to go. Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, Tony Kennett, The Gun Guy, Home and Garden. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Constitutional crisis. I mean, that is the mantra that you're hearing right now from the American left. They take a look at everything Trump is doing, and the only response they can muster sounds like this.
I think this is the most serious constitutional crisis the country has faced, certainly since Watergate. The president is attempting to seize control of power and for corrupt purposes.
That's Senator Chris Murphy, who's always been wrong about everything, always, ever. The senator from Connecticut, a beta male, Chris Murphy. Constitutional crisis. Caitlin Collins.
We are 3 weeks into the second Trump presidency, 3 weeks, and tonight there are warnings that the U.S. is dangerously close to a constitutional crisis.
Warnings because the New York Times wrote some article somewhere? Is that what we're hearing? And then, of course, The View.
A year. It's only been a couple weeks. And what he's doing is...
by the way.
2 weeks. He's, while ending DEI, the immigration raids that they aired out all over television, started a trade war. But meanwhile, this is the thing people should keep their eye on, because this flies in the face of our Constitution. And that's where people should be enraged.
Yeah, I think this is what he's doing. You know, I've given so much thought to it when we first started learning about
Elon Musk now being a special government employee, which means he has top security clearance, but he doesn't have the obligations that a full federal employee has, so he doesn't have to give the same amount of disclosures. He has less conflicts of interest. And it seems to me that when I put my legal hat on, what Donald Trump is trying to do is he's trying to expand the powers of the executive branch. We all know, or we should know in this country, that there are 3 co-equal branches of government. You got
Who are they, Sonny?
Okay, so you've got the judicial branch.
To have to listen to her is just so outrageously difficult. Let me skip ahead here.
Trying to figure out how he can expand his power, the power of the executive branch, and have a little more power over Congress. And he certainly has kind of a bit of power over the judicial branch, because the top of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court, which he has packed with loyalists. So in my view, I think he's causing a constitutional crisis intentionally.
By the way, really nice way to treat the Supreme Court, referring to them as loyalists, as if somehow they don't disagree or don't do their job. It's bravo. Bravo. Let's now replace Sotomayor and Kagan and Ketanji Brown Jackson. I think we should replace anybody who doesn't know what a woman is, personally. That's my take. This is the word that has been set forth. Call it constitutional crisis. Scream constitutional crisis. Say it again and again and over and over. And then see if you can get people ginned up. This is the best they can do. And you may ask yourself, so what? They call it a constitutional crisis. So what? I'll tell you so what. So let's dance. Enjoy the victories, people. They got nothing. And we got 4 years of trying to get some good stuff done. Get up and dance. Woo! I can't lie, I look damn good right now. Let them scream, let them yell, let them caterwaul. Let them, who cares? They have nothing to offer. Yesterday, Mark Fogel came home after 3.5 years in a Russian prison. By his own words last night after meeting President Trump, explained that he had received injections. Over 400 injections. 3.5 years? Was it 400? Was it 100? It's a lot of injections. What are you getting injections for? We'll get to that. We see illegal immigrants and gang members being removed from the country, and yet we have the left that wants judges to stop it from happening. We're taking a look at waste and fraud and abuse in the system, and we have the progressive left that wants to say, how dare you? America can see you, lefties. Constitutional crisis? No. We're just thankful that something actually is happening here. That we're taking a look at these egregious issues. So you guys go talk to yourselves about your constitutional crisis and how scared you are. Jeepers. Not us. You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to dance. Wait till you see what we do today. Ha! Matt Bear has traffic.
Westbound 865 on the north side, crash at Ford Road, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 465. Also looking at inbound 69, wide open right now from State Road 37 down to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
If you built a house, you'd start with a strong foundation, right? Now, if you want to build a financial game plan for retirement, you'd start with Social Security. That's the foundation, and here's why. The decision to file for Social Security could impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and even your Medicare premiums. Everything is impacted by Social Security. That's why it's critical you get this right.
Nobody knows Social Security like our guy, Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy. Bill is going to do customized. That's important. Customized Social Security analysis just for you. Everybody's different. He'll customize yours. And it's free. Absolutely free, even if you're not a client. So if you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, call our guy, Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Eric Lane, Director of Information Technology for Raleigh Williams Paint Spot. Eric, you have a managed network services agreement with Applied Innovation.
Yes, we have all the services minus the help desk. We still have help desk for the things that they do, such as network monitoring, servers, patching, Windows updates, and things of those nature.
How does Applied Innovation's network professionals help you?
Applied Innovation has been very proactive, and they've laid out a plan for here is what we look like today, and here's what we want to look like in 18 months and then going forward. So it's the long-term vision that they have that other companies didn't.
How does Applied Innovation benefit you?
I sleep better at night.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Sleep better by trusting your network to Applied Innovation. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation. Fast, friendly, amazing.
Let's talk about getting back to your best. Lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido? It could be signs of low testosterone. Know your T levels. Get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. The true experts are at Low T Center, and everyone's different. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Get personalized treatment at Low T Center. For current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. LowTCenter.com. Book that appointment today. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from Big Wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now. Save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Dads happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
93 WIBC.
Unleash our most brilliant innovators. Vice President Vance, AI Summit in Paris. To catch lightning in a bottle.
Another update is just minutes away.
25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports.
Protect our country's future resurgence of U.S. manufacturing and production.
On the level.
Snow and freezing rain. Driving could be tricky by late afternoon tomorrow.
On the go.
Hamilton and Boone County or northern Marion County, freezing rain.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Coming up in 2 minutes, a winter storm is moving into our area. Why the lieutenant governor is not happy with changes made to the property tax bill. A boy in Plainfield taking off life support, and IU tries to snap a 5-game losing streak after Fox News. From the Technology Recyclers Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
He went from a Russian prison to a White House homecoming. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
President Trump is a hero.
Mark Fogel, a school teacher, kissed the ground when he got off his freedom flight from Russia.
He was arrested for carrying medical marijuana in Russia back in 2021. After that, he was sentenced to 14 years in jail. His family has been spending years fighting for his release. They talked to Trump on the campaign trail, urging for them to have this happen.
That's Fox's Mark Meredith. President Trump did not detail what the U.S. exchanged to set Mark Fogel free, but he called it very fair. A Kremlin spokesman in Moscow says a Russian citizen not named yet will be released, and President Trump hopes this deal will help in Ukraine, too.
I hope that's the beginning of a relationship where we can end that war and millions of people can stop being killed.
And we're told another detained American will be set free today as Israel threatens to restart the war in Gaza if Hamas does not release hostages as planned Saturday. President Trump reiterated that all hell could break out if Hamas doesn't release everybody by Saturday.
It's going to be a big moment. We'll see what happens. I don't expect much happening with these people.
Well, the president also again touted his plan for the U.S. to take over Gaza and rebuild it. Meeting with Jordan's King Abdullah, who opposes that, unwilling to house a lot of displaced Palestinians. Elon Musk also went to the White House. The leader of DOGE, the new Department of Government Efficiency, working to cut spending.
It's not optional for us to reduce the federal expenses. It's essential.
Now, President Trump signed an executive order for federal agencies to work with DOGE to cut back the federal workforce, though one of many legal challenges to the Musk-DOGE push has a deadline for federal workers to take a Trump buyout offer to resign, delayed indefinitely. There will be a hearing today in the House on DOGE oversight.
Democrats are ready to fight.
That's Congresswoman Melanie Stansberry, as Democrats claim that Elon Musk is an unelected billionaire who is out of control getting into federal agencies. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Winter storm incoming. You have a clear radar right now, a cloudy sky over downtown Indianapolis where it's 30 degrees. Your high today, 36. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A winter storm is moving into our area. It will be here this afternoon. Forecasters say you could expect snow to the northwest, a wintry mix to the southeast. Marcus Bailey at Wish TV says prepare for hazardous driving conditions tonight into tomorrow morning.
We think the peak of that ice is likely going to be closer to the evening drive. A glaze of ice, possible. We could exceed maybe a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice just north of Indianapolis.
And a winter weather advisory goes into effect at 1. He wants more property tax relief. Harrison Silcox reports on your frustrated lieutenant governor.
A Senate committee this week approved a scaled-back property tax relief plan compared to Governor Mike Braun's original proposal, much to the disappointments of your lieutenant governor, Mike Beckwith.
I'm frustrated, guys. I'll be honest with you. I know but at the same time, the game's not over. We don't want to burn a bridge down yet because there could be some great things that happen. I know there's a couple senators that are just as frustrated as I am.
Beckwith told WIBC's Hammer and Nigel he's hoping for some changes to be made in the full Senate. Local governments had voiced some concerns with the original proposal, which would have impacted how much money they have to fund basic services like public safety. Harrison Silcox, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A young boy from Plainfield taken off life support after a crash left him with burns covering over 60% of his body. The family of the boy shared an update on Monday. Prosecutors say the person that caused the crash was driving a stolen car, speeding away from police when it happened. Sidone Pettis is from Indianapolis. He's facing several charges related to the case. After 40 years, an arrest has been made in a LaGrange County abduction case. Sasha Nixon reports the man is from Michigan.
The now 62-year-old Ricky McClatcher has been taken into custody for criminal deviant conduct, burglary, and criminal confinement. Officers believe McClatcher abducted a woman in October of 1986. He may have sexually assaulted her near both Howe and Orland, Indiana. The man was arrested Monday by Michigan State Police and taken to the Branch County, Michigan jail. He will be extradited to Indiana. Sasha Nixon, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
$2.93 is the average price for gas today across Indianapolis, says AAA. The ACLU is suing Indiana State University. Kurt Darling tells you why.
The ACLU of Indiana says ISU is not allowing the Pride Center of Terre Haute to hold their annual Pride Fest on the Terre Haute campus. The Pride Center says they requested permission to hold the event after doing so last year, but have not heard back from the school. They believe their First Amendment rights are being violated.
It's very disconcerting when the government closes off a public space to First Amendment activities, and that's exactly what we think is going on here.
Ken Falk with the ACLU on Wish TV. No comment from Indiana State. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
IU beat number 11 Michigan State on the road Tuesday, 71-67. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the northwest side, crash westbound 865 at Ford Road. That's after the 465 interchange in the left lane is blocked. Downtown crash, Alabama at 9th Street. A vehicle overturned in an alley. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Yeah, busy weather day ahead. We have winter weather advisories kicking in this afternoon. For this morning, just remaining cloudy and dry. As we get into the afternoon, scattered rain, sleet, freezing rain, and snow in northwestern Indiana arriving across our area. We're expecting these rain or freezing rain showers to be around through the evening commute. Icing concerns generally along I-70 and north. North of I-70 is where we could get over 1/10 of an inch of ice. High temperatures getting into the mid-30s tonight. Some of the mixed precipitation continuing early on. I should mention south of I-70 expected to remain mainly rain, mostly cloudy late overnight, low temperatures in the mid-20s. And for Thursday, decreasing clouds, colder, highs in the upper 20s. Looking ahead to the weekend forecast, we'll have another storm system on the way. A scattered mix of rain or snow expected on Saturday. Too early to tell which dominant form of precipitation. High temperatures in the lower 40s.
That is Ryan Morse of Wish TV. Ryan, we appreciate it. Thank you. 29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:07. So who thought it was going to go so easy on property taxes? And if I can ask another question, as boldly as I ask questions, why in the world would anybody think that Braun's plan is the only plan? Does anybody else find that weird? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. It's the only plan? No. We're talking about property taxes, of course. You see this bill, Senate Bill 1, getting through the Senate Tax and Fiscal Policy Committee. 10-3 vote. But it didn't have everything Braun wanted. The homestead deduction doesn't go up. This is at least as the people over there at Fox 59 had reported it. Braun wanting that increase. That provision doesn't seem to exist, at least as is reported. The original plan caps yearly property taxes at 3%. 2% for seniors. This has a 1% cap on property taxes in 2027 and a 2% cap on property taxes in 2028. Meaning it's short term, and then maybe people will forget about the thing and we won't have to worry about it going forward, and then these municipalities can get their money. This fight about the municipality getting their money has created a lot of ridiculous arguments. There's the argument from Michael Hicks, who did threaten me. He was, I bet you won't say it to my face, Michael Hicks, economist, Ball State University. I mean, that's who he is. Everyone should know who we're dealing with. That the taxes create livable neighborhoods, and that Republicans don't want livable neighborhoods. That's the argument that he makes, and James Briggs from the Indy Star made in an op-ed. And it was at least an opinion. I think it's misguided, but it is at least an opinion from James Briggs, as opposed to a I hate Todd Rokita screed, which is just boring. By the way, the I hate Todd Rokita stuff is boring as sin. Oh, look, there's another allegation of impropriety against the Attorney General, Todd Rokita. Such a shame. You to all of those who do that, whether they be in places I work or places I don't, you sound ridiculous, right? You know it's lawfare. You know that it's organizations that just don't like the man, and it's full-on attack. None of it amounts to anything. You know that. So why are you in favor of it? Why are you so just blasé about it? I would appreciate it if people would be, I don't know, a little bit better at what they do. If even what they do is just being a human being. Absolutely. You can argue that municipalities rely on the property taxes and they create amenities and people want the amenities. I don't make any argument there. I think that is accurate on the latter part, that people want the amenities. The question is, how do they get the dollars to create the amenities? If you argue that the property tax is the only way and that the valuation of houses go up, the property tax could go up, and oh, well, screw you, I think it's a really weird argument. I think it's an elitist garbage argument, and I think those people should be dismissed. They should be dismissed because they aren't honest in the totality about what it is that we're seeing. It is the money of the taxpayer, of the Hoosier, and it isn't the money of the municipality. Yet the municipality treats it like their money, and anytime you question their money, they scream fire and police. I believe that argument is real, that people in municipalities do that, as opposed to saying, well, let's see where else we can tighten the belt. They never worry about whether or not they have to do with less, and that, of course, is wrong. So if we're going to argue what we need to do, if we're going to argue an idea, a plan, let's at least recognize two things. Good gosh. Number one, people like amenities. Amenities matter. And number two, that the people aren't there just so a government bureaucracy could say, we take and you have no recourse. That doesn't work out well. Just ask Marie Antoinette. I'm sorry. Was that just too easy of a gimme right there? Mike Braun's plan isn't the only plan, and Mike Braun's plan isn't necessarily the best plan, and to treat it like, my gosh, it's the greatest thing ever to happen is just weird. That doesn't mean that the governor's plan is a bad one. It doesn't mean that what the Senate here has any value whatsoever. It doesn't mean that you don't keep fighting the thing. Do we need to engage property tax relief in the state of Indiana? Absolutely. Do municipalities have to accept this fact? And should they go along with this? Absolutely. I would get rid of property taxes altogether, but I'm not going to get my way. So instead of municipalities screaming at their residents, maybe a better conversation is, here's what happens when we don't have it. Let's find other ways to get it, or let's find the places to cut. But to say to the Hoosier, screw you, that is messed up. And don't be shocked when Hoosiers say, nah, screw you. because that's what this is now about. Instead of a rational conversation, it has become the who can yell screw you the loudest. That's what it's become. Absolutely what it is. To the extent that I understand how these municipalities can go about engaging, they call it revenue. It's taxes. There must be other ways other than property taxes. And I don't know why we can't be more transparent in holding votes on these things. If you tell me we can't hold a vote on these things, well, people won't vote for the tax increases. They'll never pass. Well, then isn't that the issue with the municipality? What role does the state play and what role should the state play? I'm arguing that we need to go even deeper. We're trying to solve things in a surface way. We're not actually getting to the meat of the matter. If some city doesn't want to grow, they don't want to grow. If another city does want to grow, they'll grow. But it's a question of how. To what end? To what extent? And are we going to argue that all taxes mean growth and doesn't mean waste? At what moment do these municipalities say to their residents, here's how we're truly handling your money and here's why we think we're good stewards of it? And, of course, you've got elections if you don't believe so. I think that we should be asking ourselves, what other ways can this be done? We should be pushing for that. And we shouldn't be just dependent on property taxes. But since I'm not going to get there today, can we at least agree that the people who want to keep their money aren't bad people? Let's maybe start there. The fight continues. It'll go to the House and changes will be made, and then we'll see what kind of reconciliation we get. We'll keep our eyes on it. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic.
Northwest side, westbound 865 at Ford Road, crash blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to 465. Crash downtown. This is Alabama at 9th. A vehicle is overturned in an alley. Watch out in that area. Again, it's a crash downtown 9th Street of Alabama. And inbound 69 a little bit slow now, 96, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money. Like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop. Or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. And save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile. An incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40. So I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text LEAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LEAP to 321-321. That's LEAP to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing you to
Property
use
taxes is
untested
not
payment
usually where I
networks
live in.
that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Yeah, pretty much the only place my wife and I have done any furniture shopping over the past few years is Thompson Furniture and Mattress down in Columbus. And right now, they have an incredible Indiana-made Smith Brothers of Bern factory authorized sale going on. 50% off. These are the best quality sofas, sectionals, recliners in the business. Made in Bern, Indiana with a lifetime warranty. And this sale ends Monday, March 3rd. And don't forget about free delivery from Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Are you a translator for your spouse? Are you the one always on the telephone because your husband or wife struggled to hear? You need to check out RelayIndiana.com and CapTel, the captioned telephone. The CapTel phone allows the hard of hearing person to enjoy conversations through voice recognition technology, with the other person's words appearing on the easy-to-read screen. Go online to RelayIndiana.com for more information about CapTel and let your spouse enjoy their own phone calls. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
I'm not going to spend any time condoning the action of bringing medical marijuana to Russia. It's a foolhardy thing to do. It's a dumb thing to do. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Dumb. And I would say it directly, that you could argue that there are reasons for it. You could argue, well, Tony, let me try and spell it out for you. I cannot abide what I cannot abide. But there is, without a doubt, there is no question in my mind that when you are dealing with Vladimir Putin and the Russians, the targeting of American citizens, the holding hostage of American citizens is purposeful. The charges are nonsense, and the desire to torture Americans, to try and get concessions out of America, is not the way nations should act with other nations, and I believe the response should be strong. The response from Joe Biden was never strong. The response from Joe Biden was disgusting and despicable. And altogether, I'm a child. This is all I could think about when I saw Mark Fogel meeting with President Trump on a snowy night in front of the White House. 3.5 years in a Russian prison for having medical marijuana. Sentenced to 14 years. 14 years. That was purposeful. To attack the United States. To gain concession from the United States for some point in the future. Not even known. Anybody who trusts Vladimir Putin is out of their minds. Anybody who doesn't understand that this is a KGB thug in his core, in his soul, is out of their minds. Normally, at this time, we play we got a little sound effect for the popcorn moment, the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. Hold off, Producer Carl. Skip that. I want you to hear Mark Fogel in his own words. This American citizen, because of Trump and this administration, not because of Biden. Let's remember who the real adults in the room are. Rescued from Russia, and rescued is the right terminology. And he meets with Trump outside. They're the South Portico, then they come inside, and this teacher, middle school, I believe, in his own words.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now. And I want you to know that I am not a hero in this at all. And President Trump is a hero. These men that came from the diplomatic service are heroes. The senators and representatives that passed legislation in my honor to get me home are the heroes. I am in awe of what they all did. My family has been a force. I think my 95-year-old mother is probably the most dynamic 95-year-old on earth right now. And I am so indebted to so many people. I think I remember a Churchill quote that he said when the RAF was fighting the Luftwaffe, and he said that never have so many owed so much to so few. And I put myself, fortunately and unfortunately, into that category, and I said, never has one owed so much to so many, that this superorganism of people that came to my support and the love that I was given sustained me for 3.5 years in a prison, that had me in hospitals for more than 100 days. I was given more than 400 injections in that time. And knowing I had the support of my fellow Pennsylvanians, my family, my friends, it was so overwhelming that it brought me to my knees and it brought me to tears, but it was my energy, it was my being that kept me going that whole time.
That's only part of his statement. I thought that he was remarkably eloquent for having been through that ordeal, and literally in the United States for just over an hour by the time he met with President Trump and Steve Witkoff and Witkoff and that whole team. And it's touching. It is moving. The question is, I was told that Trump was a thug and Trump was going to destroy democracy and Trump was terrible. And I was told that Biden was the best at foreign policy and was the adult in the room. That, of course, wasn't true, was it? There are more hostages being released even today. Regardless of your side of the aisle, you should cheer this. This is good stuff. Matt Bear has traffic.
North side westbound 865 after 465 interchange. That's a crash blocking the left lane, causing stop and go traffic back to 465. Northbound 65 coming out the north split slow to West Street. Inbound 69 slowing from 96th Street down to 82nd. And a crash downtown. This is Alabama Street at 9th. A vehicle's rolled in the alley. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel Show, 3:06. That's when we start this afternoon. We're going to keep our eye on the weather this afternoon and reaction to the tax situation here in Indy. 93 WIBC.
Talk about interest rates. There's economic uncertainty. It's a good question to ask whether now is the right time to sell your home. Are you going to get the price that you need? What if it takes too long? You don't have to figure this out by yourself, guys. You don't have to be alone. There's a friendly, no pressure, experienced agent eating and sleeping Indianapolis real estate, we're talking about Mark Dietel. Perhaps you're worried about costly repairs, upgrades needed to your home to be able to sell your home. Mark Dietel is the person to talk to. The only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Greg in Franklin worked with Mark Dietel and said, my tenant moved out of my investment property and I was ready to sell. I heard about Mark on the radio and everything they say is true. In 15 days on the market, I had a cash offer I wanted on the property. Selling with Mark Dietel was fast, easy, and profitable. So give him a call. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted, recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. Mark Dietel, just a good guy. A good guy. I've spoken with him. Talk to him today. 317-755-4232. Get all the details. 755-4232 or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, Dietel, markdietel.com.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Zero Res. And when was the last time you gave your carpets some love? Now listen, they're the largest air filter in your home, and unless those carpets are cleaned on a regular basis, the stuff that's in the fibers can be downright scary. There's a good chance you're breathing unhealthy levels of germs and dirt and dander and bacteria that just keep recirculating again and again. Well, here's some really good news. Zero Res has a February special of 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119, plus a 4th room clean free and $75 off air duct cleaning. And with their Gotta Love It guarantee, they're going to make sure your investment with them is a great experience. The Zero Res service is easy to line up, and you can go online at zeroresindy.com to do some scheduling at your convenience. Mention WIBC, get 3 rooms cleaned starting at $119, plus a 4th room clean for free and $75 off air duct cleaning too. It's Zero Res. Call 317-388-5141 or book things online at zeroresindy.com.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What you can expect a little bit later today. You have a clear radar, and it's 30 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Your high today, 36. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. A winter weather advisory will kick in at 1 o'clock as snow and freezing rain move across the state. Wish TV meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Specifically for the metro area, kind of the 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. window. That's when you're going to have the steadiest precipitation. But, again, if you're going to be out, they have that advisory going starting at 1 for a reason. If things speed up a little bit, that's when things could get a little dicey.
And Bailey says you should use caution when you're driving over bridges and overpasses, which tend to freeze quicker. President Trump is taking more steps to cut what he sees as wasteful spending.
President Trump signed an executive order requiring federal agencies to cooperate with the Department of Government Efficiency's effort to cut costs and shrink the size of the federal government. The order directs agencies to restrict hiring to just essential positions. Specifically, agents must not hire more than 1 employee for every 4 that leave their federal post. The order also instructs the agencies to determine which agency components or the agencies themselves may be eliminated or combined because their functions are not required by law.
That's Fox's Brooke Singman reporting. Public Broadcasting, PBS, says it's shutting down its Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion to comply with President Trump's orders. Governor Mike Braun's property tax bill got changed by a Senate committee, and Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith isn't happy about it.
I'm frustrated, guys. I'll be honest with you. I know but at the same time, the game's not over. We don't want to burn a bridge down yet because there could be some great things that happen. I know there's a couple senators that are just as frustrated as I am.
And Beck was speaking with WIBC's Hammer and Nigel. Governor Braun says he'll review the changes, and he looks forward to working with the House and Senate to strengthen the amended bill. Real estate experts say the home buying market may start heating up a bit this year. Here's Kurt Darling.
That's the prediction of FC Tucker as they say home prices throughout the state dipped by about 3 to 4% in January. That was a larger than expected decline decline in home prices, they say, but they also say that year over year, home values as a whole are up about 5%, which is good news for sellers. Real estate experts say they don't expect mortgage rates to get any lower for the time being, as they've settled right around the high 6% range. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A giant schnauzer won the Best in Show at the 2025 Westminster Kennel Dog Club last night at Madison Square Garden. Monty, the schnauzer, was named the top dog at the event. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. IU head coach Mike Woodson says he went back to the drawing board Tuesday, and it paid off. The Hoosiers used a 2-3 zone defense to take down number 11 Michigan State 71-67, snapping a 5-game losing streak.
You know, I got great coaches that work for me that truly helps me with the 2-3 zone, and we worked on it the last few days, and it paid off for us tonight.
And the loss keeps Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo from passing Bobby Knight for the most Big Ten Conference wins. Purdue guard Braden Smith scored 24 points, but number 7 Purdue fell short against number 20 Michigan on the road Tuesday, losing 75-73.
You have to be able to get a lead and hold it. I mean, I thought we did a good job in the first half of holding it for a while, and we let it go in the second half, let it slip, and went on a run. That's kind of what screwed us.
And Purdue plays number 16 Wisconsin at home Saturday afternoon. The Indiana Pacers were beat by the New York Knicks Tuesday, 128-115.
We were not good, and we struggled, and it was just a rough night.
That pretty much summed things up for head coach Rick Carlisle. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
A little bit of a slowdown on inbound 69, 106th Street down to 82nd Street. Just a 3-minute delay there. Crash downtown. A vehicle rolled in an alley. This is Alabama Street at 9th. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
We love playing high school sports because we get to compete and have fun with our friends.
We've also learned skills we'll need for the rest of our lives. I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School.
And I'm Pierce Darrington from Floyd Central High School. It takes discipline and commitment to put in the work every practice.
It takes focus and determination to make the right play when the game is on the line.
It takes resilience and humility to find ways to improve after a tough loss.
What better way to learn these life skills than by playing high school sports?
Where we have coaches who mentor us, teammates who become our best friends, memories we'll never forget.
And important life lessons ingrained in us forever.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character for life. This is what education-based athletics are all about. This is your IHSAA.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, maybe they're just really into law enforcement, and it's nothing more than that. Although, maybe I'm being hopeful. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm checking out unique things, odd things, strange things, weird things, all sorts of things. And then sometimes I bring them to you, the Marketplace, brought to you by Trump and American Reset in 3 Bourbons, April 17th. Right there in Kokomo, the venue at Brookstone. I will be there. You can be there. The bourbon tasting, the food, the cigars, the desserts, and of course, understanding what has happened in these first 100 days, comparing Trump to other presidents throughout history, exactly how dynamic has this been, and how much has the left lost their head about it. What does it mean for the future? What's the lessons learned here, good and bad? Trump and American Reset in 3 Bourbons, April 17th. That's when it's taking place. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Come on out. Say hello. Bring a friend. Bring your Meemaw. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Matt Bear, on the Facebook Marketplace today, I was minding my own business. I'm scrolling through, Matt Bear. You ever scroll through the Facebook Marketplace, Matt Bear?
All the time, every day.
Yeah, all the time, every time. And I came across this. 2 pairs of handcuffs with key.
Citizen's arrest.
Now, there is no description. All it says is OBO, $35. So first, these are these don't look like toys. And they're like they're like the metal on one side, right? Like the steel on one side, and the other side seems to be like encased in rubber.
Yeah, they're designed to be uncomfortable, I think.
I thought they were designed for comfort, which made me wonder whether or not these were for law enforcement.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeah. I mean, they don't have the little pink fuzzies on them. These look like arresting.
Hey, how do you know about the pink fuzzies?
I just say, if I'm going to be arrested in something, I want the pink fuzzy toy handcuffs, I want to be comfortable when I'm getting clicked. Yeah.
I don't know why West Side Story came in my head.
I was just, all right, yeah, let's do it. West Side Story.
Just needed a musical at that moment. These are $35. That's the offer, or best offer. Oddly enough, I think that's an incredibly good price for what seems like professional grade handcuffs. I'm only asking the question, what were they used for?
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate question. These could be personal or professional. Maybe it's a former law enforcement officer,
right,
saying I'm hanging up my spurs for good.
Or maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, and whether it was used for personal or professional, these are going to need a very, 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 very deep cleaning.
Yeah, sterilization. Yeah.
Are these dishwashers safe? Can I throw them in, or is this just like a rubbing alcohol bath?
You're going to need to do more than the dishwasher on these. I think so? Yeah, these are going to need some TLC, especially. I don't know. I mean, if they're personal use, maybe it's just something you grab and go. Just laying there.
No. If they were personal use, somebody probably did grab and go, and that's why they need to be cleaned.
Yeah, I know. Right there from the caramel packing sack.
I didn't realize how that actually sounded until I said it.
No, that's all right.
Please send your emails to Nigel@WIBC.com.
It's advertised with key. I like the fact that it has a key, that they are going to throw that in for free. $35 with key. Yeah, you're not going to have to break these suckers. You have to clip them down the middle. You can actually unlock them and resume your life without the handcuffs on. It's
right.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, I actually think this is a good price. I just
steal the century.
I never thought I would say this in my own head or out loud. But there's something about used handcuffs that's pretty weird.
It's not normal. It's not something that you would just have. You would need something to do with them. You need to maybe be a sociopath. I don't know. They're nice handcuffs. Let's just say that they're beautiful.
Hey, by the way, we're live streaming right now, and you can see Matt Bear in studio. And Jennifer is like, I think Tony just wants to know who's in the kink. I'm not judging. There is zero judgment from me at all. You do you, I do me. Everything is fine. My safe word is guacamole.
Yeah.
The point I make to you is that I just don't know if I want them used. Like there's something extremely unsettling.
Yeah.
About, we're doing it all in the cutesy, double entendre way. Maybe it's like, well, I guess I don't need that basement prisoner anymore. Like, we don't know what happened with these handcuffs. And I'm telling you, the more I think about it, the oogier I feel.
I mean, would you be arrested in them? You're just talking about personal use. I think I'd be arrested in them. I'm okay. I mean, they don't sterilize the handcuffs after every arresting, so I don't even know if you have to do it. So
you're making the argument that they were used in law enforcement. They were arrested. And by the way, it wasn't some kind of like simple arrest where you've got like a 17-year-old in Carmel who was shoplifting and had to go back to her 6,000 square foot house that daddy paid for cash. No. No. I'm talking about the meth head who was trying to bite a cop, and the handcuffs were filled with blood, snot, and some other liquids that no one can identify.
Well, I didn't see it like that, but you make a good point. It's from getting from one to the other. That's something to be concerned with. You don't want blood all over the handcuffs when you get arrested or use them. I agree.
So we agree.
That was quite a soliloquy there. I was impressed, man. I mean, that was good.
You're so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
So we're fully aware that, or we're agreeing that there's nothing wrong with having them. There's nothing wrong with utilizing them to whatever purpose.
Yes.
But the idea of used handcuffs?
Oogie boogie.
Yeah,
it's just keep the handcuffs on the nightstand with everything else. There you go.
Well, I would ask what else is on the nightstand, but we have to get to traffic. So, saved by the horn. Matt Bear in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
Inbound 69 is slow now. 96th Street down to 465. Also westbound 70 slow into the North Split over the flyover ramp to Meridian Penn. And a crash downtown. An overturned vehicle 9th Street at Alabama. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
29 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
What do you know?
Listen to Hammer and Nigel Monday through Friday this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Jeff Foxworthy February 21st at the Fishers Event Center.
I know you need to pray for Tom. I just got
more info online at WIBC.com.
Are you planning for retirement but have no retirement plan? A great place to start is with a phone call to Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors. Matt Bear here. Hi. Trajan Wealth understands the importance of diversifying a portfolio and making it yours and completely in line with your hopes and dreams. Call and meet the team at Trajan Wealth and schedule your first appointment. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors get to know you and then collaborate with you in assembling your individual portfolio. Totally customized and tailored to your goals and timeline. And since Trajan is an independent firm, there are no limitations on the products they can offer. Call Trajan Wealth today to learn more about these strategies at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
The administration is taking shape.
I, Marco Rubio. I, Marco Rubio.
Y un gran honor y le doy las gracias al presidente Trump. I just said I saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico. That's what I said. So.
Hearings and votes continue.
You're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue vaccine.
Confirmations are underway.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the nomination is confirmed.
Follow the first 100 days on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
It's Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation. February is a short month, and if you haven't looked at your calendar yet, it ends on February 28th, which, coincidentally, is the last day that you can save 60% off all window styles from Window Nation. Plus, you can get 0 interest with no payments for 2 years. But now only through the end of February. That's less than 28 days to save big on some of the best windows you could buy. Less than 28 days to get windows that will protect your home and family for decades. Less than 28 days to get a quote on the windows that are going to stop the drafts and leaks and save you money on utility bills every month.
This February, you could miss Groundhog's Day and maybe even Valentine's Day. But do not miss your chance to save 60% off all windows and pay nothing for 2 years only from Window Nation. Schedule that free in-home consultation right now by calling 866-90-NATION or visiting windownation.com.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks bad with stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your entire garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job or chipping paint makes your garage or basement look worse. With one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, I can save you $1,000 on a new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor during our winter sale. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating is the gold standard. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross garage floor won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. What's the Comer & Cross difference? We make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. In one day, you will love your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor just in time for spring. Call us right now for $1,000 in savings during our winter sale. Operators are standing by now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Dents happen. There's a whole lot of stuff that can mess up the look of your vehicle. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal. PDR is paintless dent removal that saves your factory finish and is way less invasive than traditional body shop repairs. And it's faster too, sometimes same day. Google Kill a Dent Removal and check out the reviews and photos. Then schedule your repair. Hail baseballs, kids, fender benders, shopping carts, flying cows, angry X's, and anything else that leaves dents. Don't paint your car. Go PDR with Kill a Dent Removal.
Fellas, if you're not feeling the same energy anymore, testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Look for personalized treatment like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center.
Low T Center brings over a decade of experience. LowTCenter.com. Book your appointment today.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
So, at a high level, you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, okay, we'd have to. If you, it's all right. So, tell you, gravitas can be difficult sometimes.
It's a scene. President Trump at his desk in the Oval Office. There's Elon Musk wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and Elon Musk's kid just being a goofus because he's a kid. And Musk trying to explain what it is Doge is all about. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I think this is the best description certainly Musk has given. And I think for a lot of people, this is so rational that one wonders how the political left counters it.
If there's not a good feedback loop from the people to the government, and if you have rule of the bureaucrat, or if the bureaucracy is in charge, and then what meaning does democracy actually have? If the people cannot vote and have their will be decided by their elected representatives in the form of the president and the Senate and the House, then we don't live in a democracy. We live in a bureaucracy. So it's incredibly important that we close that feedback loop, we fix that feedback loop, and that the public's elected representatives, the president, the House, and the Senate, decide what happens, as opposed to a large unelected bureaucracy.
Game over. There's nothing else to add. And I will state it again. The political left has no counter for this. I'm going to prove that to you in the next hour. They have no statement. They have no plan. They have no vision. They have no thoughts. They cannot elucidate an idea. They cannot breathe something into being. All they can do is scream constitutional crisis and then do trolling on social media. So whether we're talking about the Indiana Democrats or we're talking about the Democrats on a national level, they can't compete. And can you imagine the thing that they're opposed to is getting rid of the bureaucracy? It lets you know where they think liberty really lies. And it certainly isn't with you. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Looking at the south side, crash westbound at 465. And this is westbound 465 between Emerson Avenue and I-65. The right lane is closed, causing a little bit of a slowdown back to Emerson. Northbound 6570 stop-and-go traffic from Michigan Street into the North Split, and westbound 70 on the brakes before Emerson Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Applied Innovation customer Linda Philly Watson is Director of IT at LaSalle Bristol, a distributor to the manufactured housing and RV industry. Applied Innovation implemented a new strategy.
So they truly helped. They came in and helped us to find the areas that would be best suited for more of a centralized printing and copying perspective.
Applied Innovation strategy worked.
It was an adjustment for the users, but it has truly been like I said, a big cost savings for us. And from a maintenance perspective, a time savings, because I don't have hundreds and hundreds of printers and different models that I'm trying to manage.
The benefit?
One less thing for me to have to worry about. The devices are well managed, they're well maintained, well supported, and that's less time for me. More time for me to spend on other projects, on other priorities.
Applied Innovation. Be more efficient, save money. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Hey, clock's ticking away, Valentine's Day shoppers. It's Terry Stacy, and for last-minute gifts, family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark makes it really easy. Cynthia's fragrant potpourri bouquets are beautiful, and they'll last forever and make a great decor piece for any home. Lots of plush, too, and the hottest plush on the market, Jelly Cat. Cynthia's always carries the softest, most lovable plush for kids of all ages. Cynthia's Spring Marabou lounge shirts and pants, silky smooth and come in beautiful patterns. Buy a pair of lounge pants for just $19.99. And get the lounge shirt for just $4.99, plus a wide selection of Demdeco jewelry and gifts, including the Art Heart collection. Stunning and share a beautiful sentiment, perfect for those that you love. Speaking of jewelry, Cynthia's in Greenfield carries the most popular jewelry line in the country, gorgeous E. Newton jewelry. Shop locally owned Cynthia's Hallmark for the biggest selection of Valentine's Day gifts. 116th and Allisonville Road, 96th and Lantern Road, 116th and Brook School Road, and in Greenfield.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's the President's Day sale. Save 50% off on all Lazy Boy. Plus, free sales tax, free delivery, and interest-free financing. Save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic mattresses with up to 4 years interest-free financing. Low price guarantee, free delivery, interest-free financing. Now through Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Howard Bailey Financial is now in Carmel on Rangeline Road. For over 20 years, we've helped people navigate their retirement journeys, and now we're bringing our experience closer to home. Visit retirecarmel.com to schedule your appointment or text Carmel to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement resource. Together, let's build the retirement you deserve. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go.
The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
You said bye-bye to big government. Now it's time to trim the fat from Big Wireless. Pure Talk gives you the exact same service. They use the same cell towers, the same 5G network. You get better customer service, and you pay half the price for the exact same thing. Get unlimited talk, text, 15 gigs of data with mobile hotspot for just $35 a month. Make the switch. You simply dial pound 250. You say the keyword save now. Save an additional 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Hammer and Nigel Show, 3:06. That's when we start this afternoon. We're going to keep our eye on the weather this afternoon and reaction to the tax situation here in Indy. 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes, winter weather will be here soon. Why your lieutenant governor is not happy with some state Republicans. Why the ACLU is suing Indiana State University, and what the IU Hoosiers did last night on the hardwood. Those stories are coming up after Fox News on a Wednesday morning from the Technology Recycler Studios. 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
He's finally free and back in the U.S. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and Mark Fogel. Right after Russia released him, went to the White House.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now.
And Fogel says finally being set free after being jailed in 2021 for medical marijuana possession, and Russia's overwhelming.
It brought me to my knees, and it brought me to tears.
He said all that standing next to President Trump.
We just wanted to get him back home. I had to get him back home because I would have had big trouble with his mother.
The president says he promised Fogel's mom during the campaign that he'd get her son back. And there's word out of Russia, the exchange the president calls fair will set a Russian citizen free. Another detained American will be released today. Now, the man who went to Russia to work out this swap is Steve Witkoff, who just told Fox when they landed, he told Fogel.
I turned to him and I said, "You're on U.S. soil now." And the tears he had, it was an amazing moment. I felt blessed.
But Witkoff is not taking credit.
It's President Trump. He sets the table for all of us and points us in the right direction.
Witkoff is the Trump special Middle East envoy who helped broker the ceasefire in Gaza as well. President Trump signed an executive order for agencies to work with Elon Musk's DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, to slash the federal workforce. Musk, standing next to the president, says he has a mandate from Trump voters to cut wasteful spending.
Your tax dollars need to be spent wisely on things that matter to the people. I mean, these things, it's just common sense.
Democrats say Musk and his reach into federal agencies that's been challenged in lawsuits is out of control. Here's Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
We have rule of law. We have separation of powers. I've never seen it violated on such a massive scale.
Democrats plan to be loud at a DOGE subcommittee hearing in the House this morning. Now, at the Senate in a few hours, a final confirmation vote is set for Tulsi Gabbard, the controversial Director of National Intelligence nominee. Democrats also oppose her, but cannot block the nomination. America's listening to Fox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It may take a little bit longer to get home this afternoon. You have a clear radar, but a cloudy sky over downtown Indianapolis, where it's 31 degrees. Today's high, 38. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. A winter weather advisory starts at 1 as a storm will bring snow and ice. Wish TV forecaster Marcus Bailey says the storm will move in from the west and southwest.
Specifically for the metro area, kind of the 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. window. That's when you're going to have the steadiest precipitation. But, again, if you're going to be out, they have that advisory going starting at 1. for a reason. If things speed up a little bit, that's when things could get a little dicey.
Bailey says a majority of the snow will be towards Lake Michigan, where they could see an upwards of 5 inches. Bailey says driving conditions will deteriorate after 2 and 3 o'clock. A scaled-back version of Governor Mike Braun's budget proposal has your lieutenant governor feeling frustrated. Here's Harrison Silcox.
Micah Beckwith would have preferred Braun's original proposal.
I think we could still get some really good things. I haven't given up. But we got to fight. We got to call our senators, call our House reps, say, give us meaningful property tax relief or else.
Beckwith talking with WIBC's Hammer and Nigel. The scaled-back version allows local governments to lose less income compared to Braun's original plan. Beckwith is hoping to see some changes in the full Senate. Harrison Silcox, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Taken off of life support. That's what a family in Plainfield says they had to do to their 3-year-old boy who was burned on 60% of his body following a crash last week with a man who was driving a car that police say was stolen. The 3-month-old daughter was also killed in the crash. Prosecutors say they have charged Sidone Pettis from Indianapolis with multiple charges related to the case. The ACLU of Indiana is suing Indiana State University, saying it's violating its First Amendment rights. So the Pride Center of Terre Haute, which typically organizes Pride Fest on campus.
Here is a public space where First Amendment activities can occur, and the university is saying you can't have your First Amendment activity here.
That's Ken Falk with ACLU speaking with Wish TV. He says the center has not heard back from the school after several requests for permission to hold the event there. Mortgage rates held steady in January, but real estate experts say changes could be on the horizon. Here's Kurt Darling.
Experts with FC Tucker in Indiana say home sales were down about 30% market-wide in January, which they say is normal compared to the rest of any particular calendar year. While sales dipped as expected, they say a welcome surprise for buyers is that home prices also took a hit. FC Tucker says prices dropped about 3 to 4% last month, one of the more significant declines they've seen in recent months. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A 5-game losing streak is over for the IU Hoosiers, who upset number 11 Michigan State 71-67 Tuesday night. Here's head coach Mike Woodson.
I thought we had a total team effort tonight from everybody, and the zone helped us. I mean, that was the key factor tonight in winning this ball game.
And Malik Renew came off the bench to score 19 points. IU has UCLA at home on Friday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the Go and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Southside crash westbound 465 between Emerson Avenue and I-65. The right lane is blocked and traffic stop and go back to Arlington Avenue for a delayed time of 8 minutes. Southbound 31 stop and go 106th Street 465, especially if you're peeling off to 465. That ramp is backed up right now. Northbound 465 on the east side slows from Penn Pike up to East 56th Street. Westbound 70 tight from Shadeland Avenue to the north split. Inbound 69 slow roll 106th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morse. I think it's Ryan Morse. Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Yeah, that's right. I'm here. All right. Winter weather advisories in place this afternoon going into tonight into early tomorrow. We have a busy afternoon because for today we're starting off cloudy and dry. There are a couple spot flurries north of I-70, but those winter weather advisories are specifically in place Indianapolis and points north because of freezing rain and sleet. South of I-70 will likely be all rain this afternoon and snow in northwestern parts of the state. High temperatures getting into the mid-30s, a glaze of ice possible for the metro area. More concerns just north of Indianapolis, where we could have a tenth to a quarter inch of ice into tonight. Tonight, precipitation will be wrapping up early on, mostly cloudy skies, lows in the mid-20s. And for Thursday, decreasing clouds, colder, our high temperatures in the upper 20s. Another weekend storm system watch, the scattered mix of rain and snow on Saturday. Highs in the low 40s.
Ryan, do me a favor. Let's go back to what we're going to see this afternoon. This starts in the mid-afternoon, 3 o'clock. Of course, Hammer and Nigel guys will be with you. They're going to walk you through every bit of this. Is it rain that turns to ice, or when it starts hitting the ground, it's going to start icing up?
Yeah, so freezing rain and sleet, the difference is freezing rain is rain that falls and freezes on contact to ice, and sleet is more that ice pellet type stuff that falls from the sky. And I'd say generally 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. with more concerns north of Indianapolis. Indianapolis, we're likely to go back to regular rain at some point through the evening.
So it is basically, as we always talk about, 70 north. Is that what we're saying here? Or are we talking about even further north than that?
I'd say 70 north. It always seems that we're always mentioning I-70, and I feel like that's the case with this one as well.
Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hammer and Nigel are going to have every part of this. They're going to be keeping an eye on the weather. Matt Bear is going to be in the WIBC Traffic Center, keeping an eye on the roads. You guys know as well as we do that this is the kind of stuff that it's the big storm never seems to do the real damage. It's always that weird thing that comes out of nowhere that people just get a little bit lackadaisical on that leads to major issues. This can be one of those things. A lot of slipping and sliding on the roads, on side roads that maybe don't get salted as well. So slow and easy throughout the afternoon. If you don't have to be driving this afternoon, don't do it. And Hammer Nigel, they will have everything starting at 3 o'clock. Matt Barrett will be in the WIBC Traffic Center, so you're going to want to pay attention to him. Matt and Traffic on Twittix. They're on Twitter X. Be sure that you're following him and follow at 93 WIBC for all the latest in WIBC.com. 30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:09. Following up on that story from Kurt Darling in the WIBC newsroom, we have the story at WIBC.com. Indiana State University is being sued by the ACLU because a local pride organization can't host its Pride Fest on the campus of Indiana State in Terre Haute. I'm following this right. ACLU says that this is a violation of First Amendment rights. So for the past 2 years, Indiana State has allowed the organization without issues. But after inquiring about hosting the event, as the reporting goes, the Pride Center says they have not heard back from the university. So Ken Falk, who's the legal director of the ACLU in Indiana, who I think is wrong on a great number of things, is stating, here is a public space where First Amendment activities can occur, and the university is saying you can't have your First Amendment activity here. My question is it a public space? I don't argue that if somebody wants to have an event in a public spot, city-owned land, state-owned land, they can do the thing. American citizen, knock yourself out. I'm asking whether or not, indeed, it's a public space, because I wouldn't trust Ken Falk as far as I can throw him. Ken Falk thinks that children should be able to determine their medical futures. No problem with gender-affirming care. Even if you say the words gender-affirming care with a smile on your face, man, ugly stuff in my view. But as a matter of understanding the legal, is a university a public space? And can I have an event on the campus of Indiana State University? It's a public space. Or do I have to be associated with the university in some way? I don't know. Is the Pride Center associated with the university? That they allowed something before doesn't mean that they were necessarily right before. So my question is to the legal here, and I don't necessarily have the answer. However, I have a second problem, because the article from Kurt Darling over there says in December, the Human Rights Commission for the city of Terre Haute announced that Pride Fest would be held at a park 1 mile away from the university, and that this was made without consultation with the Pride Center. Why does Terre Haute have a Human Rights Commission? Could they even define what that is? You see, we always think the problem is here at the surface. No. Goes a bit deeper than that. We'll keep our eyes on the story. We'll bring more to you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
My quality of life is so different, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
AAA not only is the best at helping you out with flat tires, roadside assistance, replacing my dead batteries at work, but they can also plan some amazing vacations. And with all this snow and ice, I'm ready for a trip to Universal Studios with the family in Florida. You know what I mean? No matter where you're headed, AAA can help you get the best price on your next vacation at the AAA Travel Expo, Saturday, February 22nd at the Ritz-Charles in Carmel.
It's free. You don't even have to be a AAA member to attend. Although members love additional benefits like 24/7, 365 roadside assistance. So save the date right now for the AAA Travel Expo 2025, Saturday, February 22nd at the Ritz-Charles in Carmel. Find your dream vacation at Indiana's favorite travel show. Bring a friend and enjoy the day. Get more information and pre-register for your chance to win a $500 AAA travel voucher at AAA.com/expo.
If you built a house, you'd start with a strong foundation, right? Now, if you want to build a financial game plan for retirement, you'd start with Social Security. That's the foundation, and here's why. The decision to file for Social Security could impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and even your Medicare premiums. Everything is impacted by Social Security. That's why it's critical you get this right.
Nobody knows Social Security like our guy, Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy. Bill is going to do customized. That's important. Customized Social Security analysis just for you. Everybody's different. He'll customize yours. And it's free. Absolutely free, even if you're not a client. So if you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, call our guy, Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
Traffic on the fives. What's happening, Matt?
Westbound to 465 on the south side, crash after Emerson Avenue, blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Arlington Avenue for a 9-minute delay. Northbound 6570, stop-and-go, Michigan Street into the north split. And continuing on to Meridian Penn, we will be a little bit slow there. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:15.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM, 866-549-TERM.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln.
Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months.
So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through February 28, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Baby, let's cruise away from here.
Mr. President, I truly believe that with all the challenges that we have in the Middle East, that I finally see somebody that can take us across the finish line to bring stability, peace, and prosperity to all of us in the region. And it is, I think, our collective responsibility in the Middle East to continue to work with you, to support you, to achieve those lofty goals. So I'm very delighted to be here. And as you said, sir, we've got some very interesting discussions ahead.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
That's the King of Jordan. Jordan agreeing to take in 2,000 Palestinian children. Things are shifting underneath our feet. And there are certainly those who will tell you that what Trump is trying to get done here regarding Gaza, taking ownership of the Gaza Strip, moving Palestinians out, well, this is just terrible and awful. This is author, New York Times columnist Tom Friedman.
I think it's the single craziest peace initiative I've ever heard. It's clearly not thought out. It was not vetted by experts. It was not run through the countries we're expecting to take these Palestinians.
That's how I know it might actually have legs, because if Tom Friedman is opposed to it, based on his track record, we've got ourselves an opportunity here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Find everything I do over at TonyKatz.com. We've got the live stream going. Just look for 93 WIBC on YouTube, and you can see it there. And the podcast, wherever it is you get your podcast, just search for Tony Katz in the Morning News, and you will find it. It's not a plan. It's a riff. Maybe. But no one can question that the Palestinians cannot govern themselves, as we have discussed. And the reaction that we're hearing is a reaction of, how dare Trump?
Absolutely. I mean, he gave the perfect diplomatic answer in Washington, which is to punt the whole problem onto Egypt's lap and another meeting. And on Twitter, obviously, he was defiant in a way that would play to his audience and the audience in the Arab world, that he went to Washington and he resisted. But in reality, they are stuck between a stone and a hard place. First of all, even the legitimacy of their alliance with the United States is in question in the minds of their people. I mean, what sort of an ally is the U.S. that has not only doesn't consult them, but has no care for their security and stability?
It's an interesting question. You're going to say, hey, you have to take these people. Well, what kind of friend are you? Maybe the argument is the other way. What kind of friend have you been? Which this professor here who's speaking on CNN doesn't seem to think about. You know, there's another side to that story, which is, what kind of friend have you been to, never mind the United States, the world? We've got a problem here, and it must be solved. And the problem is that these terrorists, supported by the Iranians, have turned everybody into like-minded terrorists. Is there any question that the Palestinians, quote unquote, that because they're quote unquote Palestinian, support Hamas? There's no question. Poll after poll after poll. You saw what happened on October 7th, and you see what's happening with the return of hostages. They support Hamas. It's obvious and clear. We're not debating here. That's silly. I know some people are still out there as apologists, whether they be on CNN or on the Indianapolis City County Council, but we're through the looking glass. We don't have to pay attention there. There's certainly a question to ask about. You're just telling these people, yeah, these countries, you have to take these people. What kind of friendship is that? The other side of it is, you've allowed this to happen with impunity. What kind of friend are you?
and is basically treat them as a dumping ground for a population to be brought over there. And we also have to note that a majority of Jordanian population traces its ancestry to Palestine, and it has very strong feelings about Palestine. We have to note that the very stability of the monarchy in Jordan, the stability of Jordan itself is in question.
I would argue that the stability of Jordan will come would be in question regarding its economic security. I don't claim an expertise on a religious fervor in Jordan, but I can obviously see that they have been having King Abdullah. They have been having this system for a long, long time, and they even participated in the shooting down of drones and missiles from Iran when they were sent over to Israel. So I do not know if this brings about an instability to the king. I think that is maybe witch casting more than it is reality based on what it is we've already seen.
And I think Jordanians are shocked that the United States doesn't care. And I think the Egyptians are saying the same thing. The rest of the Arab world is saying the same thing. It is not just shock at America's support for Israel, which usually was the case, but it's actually how little it cares for its Arab allies.
No question. And now concerns that annexation of the West Bank might be next.
Whoa. This is not a conversation about care for other nations, for our allies. Maybe this is proof that you are an ally. And as for, and that was Jim Sciutto of CNN, and now concerns about the annexation of the West Bank.
Question. And now concerns that annexation of the West Bank might be next.
Allow me. The West Bank is part of Israel. Jerusalem is Israel. It's not some international place. It isn't something that belongs to somebody else. It's Israel. That's it. Jim Sciutto doesn't want to accept that. Ain't none of my concern, boo-boo. What is my concern is Representative Ayanna Pressley, who has made a heck of a statement. It's sometimes they let you know what it is that they're thinking. Sometimes they let you know what it is that's deep in their heart. Ayanna Pressley, Massachusetts, very upset about what will be the shuttering of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau that was created by Senator Elizabeth Warren that provides no value to the American people except to attack business and really be a threat to capitalism as a whole. Happy to argue this. I will on Tony Katz today at noon. But Ayanna Pressley, very opposed to the closing of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. But what is she in favor of?
Look, let me tell you something. I'll take a bit of umbrage here. I'll speak on behalf of my colleagues. I think I can say we are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress. That's right. But they are not serious.
Did she just say doing the work of censoring the American people?
Anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress.
Yes, she did. So we'll call it Freudian. Well, they must get really upset when the truth comes out. That's my take on it. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Southside crash westbound 465 after Emerson Avenue. Crash on the right shoulder causing stop-and-go traffic back to Arlington Avenue. Delay time is 6 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
You may not be able to afford to stay in your home anymore thanks to the Republicans, but at least the radio show's still free.
Join us Wednesday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Are you planning for retirement but have no retirement plan? A great place to start is with a phone call to Trajan Wealth, your fiduciary advisors. Matt Bear here. Hi. Trajan Wealth understands the importance of diversifying a portfolio and making it yours and completely in line with your hopes and dreams. Call and meet the team at Trajan Wealth and schedule your first appointment, 317-480-4040, or visit TrajanWealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors get to know you and then collaborate with you in assembling your individual portfolio. Tony totally customized and tailored to your goals and timeline. And since Trajan is an independent firm, there are no limitations on the products they can offer. Call Trajan Wealth today to learn more about these strategies at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money, like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, and save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile, an incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
We all have people in our lives we interact with. Maybe it's your favorite barista, a neighbor who waves to you every morning, a coworker you grab lunch with, or maybe it's me, the hairstylist you've gone to for years. What if you learned I had a substance use disorder? Would it change how you see me? It's okay to see the addiction, but when you choose to see the person, not just their disease, it can help change someone's life. Learn more at cbeyondtheaddiction.org.
93 WIPC.
President Trump is a hero.
Set Mark Fogel free.
Arrested for carrying medical marijuana in Russia back in 2021.
Another update is just minutes away. Another detained American will be set free today. On the level.
A glaze of ice possible.
On the go.
Snow to the northwest, wintry mix to the southeast.
The peak of that ice will be closer to the evening drive.
Winter weather advisory.
93 WIPC Mobile News.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or DrexelIN.com.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIPC and WIPC.com. 93 WIPC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
While driving conditions may be tough this afternoon, your radar is clear in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 31 degrees. Your high today, 36. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. A winter storm will move across the state this afternoon, bringing snow to some and ice to others. Wish TV forecaster Marcus Bailey says you should take precaution and leave yourself a little bit of extra time.
Give yourself plenty of space. Always assume that the road may be a little more slick than potentially it is. In some spots, it may look wet. In other spots, it could be icy, and it could quickly come upon you.
Bailey says a winter weather advisory will go into effect statewide at 1 o'clock. The House Oversight Committee's Department of Government Efficiency Subcommittee will hold a meeting this morning looking into what Republicans call wasteful spending. Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs says the committee aligns with President Trump's agenda.
The mandate that was given to Congress is to go in and fix inflation, and the way you fix it, as President Trump noted as an inauguration, is to make spending cuts get the deficit under control.
Big speaking with Fox News this morning, Elon Musk scaled back his claim to reduce government spending by $1 trillion, down from $2 trillion. Many planned cuts have already been deemed illegal or unconstitutional by federal judges. Sports teams that want public funds to build sports stadiums may have to win first.
The Bears Act, introduced by Illinois Democrat Rep. Bob Morgan, would link the use of taxpayer dollars for public sports stadium funding to on-field performance standards requiring teams like the Chicago Bears to have a record of 500 or above in at least 3 of 5 regular seasons in order to qualify for public financing for stadium construction, renovation, or maintenance. Morgan says the goal of the bill is to make sure that taxpayer funds are only given to teams that demonstrate a basic level of competitiveness. The bill comes as multiple Chicago teams eye funding for new stadium projects, including the Bears and the White Sox.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso reporting. Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith was not too pleased with the Senate committee passing a scaled-back version of the property tax bill this week.
I think we could still get some really good things. I haven't given up. But we got to fight. We got to call our senators, call our House reps, say, give us meaningful property tax relief or else.
And Beckwith tells WIBC's Hammer and Nigel there's still time for the full Senate to make some changes to the bill. The ACLU is suing Indiana State University. Kurt Darling is here.
The ACLU of Indiana says ISU is not allowing the Pride Center of Terre Haute to hold their annual Pride Fest on the Terre Haute campus. The Pride Center says they requested permission to hold the event after doing so last year, but have not heard back from the school. They believe their First Amendment rights are being violated.
It's very disconcerting when the government closes off a public space to First Amendment activities, and that's exactly what we think is going on here.
Ken Falk with the ACLU on Wish TV. No comment from Indiana State. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
It's official. Google Maps says it is now the Gulf of America. The change was made Monday. The switch comes after President Trump signed an executive order to rename the Gulf of Mexico in his first day back in office. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Coach Tom Izzo sits at 353 Big Ten wins, one short of Bobby Knight's record, and Indiana made sure he stayed there. The Hoosiers stunned number 11 Michigan State 71-67 Tuesday on the road. Forward Malik Renew scored 19 points off the bench for head coach Mike Woodson.
I went to him the other day and told him he wasn't starting, and probably didn't sit well with him, but he said, Coach, whatever you need me to do, and he came in and he played his ass off.
And the win snaps IU's 5-game losing streak. They host UCLA Friday night. 7th-ranked Purdue fell 75-73 to number 20 Michigan on Tuesday, and the Pacers fell short to the Knicks 128-115. It was Karl Anthony Towns and Josh Hart for the Knicks, who combined for 70 points. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
On the south side, crash westbound 465 between Emerson and 965. Push to the right shoulder, traffic stop and go past Arlington Avenue. Northbound 65 slows at Raymond. Westbound 70 on the east side, slow roll from Emerson Avenue to Sherman Drive. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center, but now is not what we're worried about. We are worried about what is coming. The weather that is coming, that freezing rain, going to ice up when it hits the road, creating very slick conditions, dangerous conditions on that evening commute. You want to keep it here to WIBC, WIBC.com. You want to be tuned into Hammer and Nigel starting at 3 p.m. Well, you're already going to be listening to me at noon. So just keep it on 93 WIBC. Hammer and Nigel will have all the latest on the roads. What's going on? Matt Bear will be in the WIBC Traffic Center. We'll have all the latest for you, get people home safe and sound. But if you don't have to be on the roads, it just sounds like it's going to be a slick and possibly gross mess. So slow and easy. Be safe. Take care of yourself. We'll have it all for you at WIBC, WIBC.com. Matt in traffic on the Twittix. Follow him there. 30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:37.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Dow futures down 23. NASDAQ futures up 28. Oil prices still where they were, down a touch. $72.64 on the West Texas crude. $76.41 on the Brent crude. The 10-year Treasury up a little bit now at 4.63. This could have something to do with consumer prices being higher than expected, rising 0.5% in January. Oh. So now inflation is back at 3%. The expectation was 0.3 and 2.9. The core is up 0.4, which would put 12-month inflation at 3.3 unless you utilize the Dr. Matt Will, economist, University of Indianapolis, and 0.4 times 12, which is 4.8. Well, Tony, it's all because Donald Trump hasn't lowered the price of eggs. We're killing chickens like it's our job. Also, had some people reporting that, we had asked the question about this bird flu, right? And the issues, and do you have to kill the chickens? It seems that is the way to go. Destroying the bird is the way to ensure things don't spread. And that, yes, the federal government does pay these farmers for the slaughter of these chickens. But from what I'm hearing, and this could be bad information, what they get from the federal government is less than what it is they could get on the market, butchered, etc. So farmers are absolutely taking a hit. It's not like, hey, we'll destroy them all. We make more money this way. That doesn't seem to be the situation. But if we were to argue that egg prices are the totality of the inflation conversation, we would be out of our minds. This certainly does not help at all with the idea of, well, it's time to lower interest rates, which Trump is desperate to get done. And I understand his math. As we know, because we've been honest about it from Jump Street. Is that what the kids say from Jump Street? Does that make me sound like very fresh? This is going to be a long road. A very, very long road to get things in a better place. The inflation is here. It's not going to go away anytime soon. The way this is going to occur still is to see less spending from the federal government. Is Trump willing to do that? Now, you could argue, well, isn't that exactly what Elon Musk is doing with savings and what Republicans are doing, trying to root out the bloat and bureaucracy? It's only going to work out if, A, the savings are realized not on paper but in practice. And it's only going to work out if those savings then aren't spent elsewhere. You actually have to not spend it. You have to not borrow for it. Then we see a result and we're like, hot diggity. I should get into this on Tony Katz today. There is a real idea here that at long last the Tea Party won. It's a weird take considering I was there and we lost because we lost for a reason. We trusted the wrong partner. And I will get into that. Also, we're seeing that these tariffs, well, they are increasing some costs. You put a 25% tariff on aluminum, you're going to have a higher price for soda and beer because they come in cans. Tariffs are taxes. We said so. We don't lie about any of it. But does it get you a result? Does it get you something? That's the question, especially with the steel and aluminum tariffs. That's the question, because that's a category tariff and not on a nation. I'm not so sure about that one. Then again, I've never been a tariff fan to begin with. Tactic, yes. Policy, no. And he's starting to play a little bit more into policy. I'm not enjoying that part. I'm enjoying many other parts. That's for sure. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Hey, clock's ticking away, Valentine's Day shoppers. It's Terry Stacy, and for last-minute gifts, family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark makes it really easy. Cynthia's fragrant potpourri bouquets are beautiful, and they'll last forever and make a great decor piece for any home. Lots of plush, too, and the hottest plush on the market, Jelly Cat. Cynthia's always carries the softest, most lovable plush for kids of all ages. Cynthia's Spring Marabou lounge shirts and pants, silky smooth and come in beautiful patterns. Buy a pair of lounge pants for just $19.99. And get the lounge shirt for just $4.99, plus a wide selection of Demdeco jewelry and gifts, including the Art Heart collection. Stunning and share a beautiful sentiment, perfect for those that you love. Speaking of jewelry, Cynthia's in Greenfield carries the most popular jewelry line in the country, gorgeous E. Newton jewelry. Shop locally owned Cynthia's Hallmark for the biggest selection of Valentine's Day gifts. 116th and Allisonville Road, 96th and Lantern Road, 116th and Brook School Road, and in Greenfield.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks bad with stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your entire garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job or chipping paint makes your garage or basement look worse. With one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, I can save you $1,000 on a new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor during our winter sale. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating is the gold standard. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross garage floor won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. What's the Comer & Cross difference? We make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. And one day, you will love your gleaming, new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor just in time for spring. Call us right now for $1,000 in savings during our winter sale. Operators are standing by now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Southside, Beach Grove, Crash Clear. Westbound 465 between Emerson Avenue and I-65. Traffic is cleared out as well. Northbound 65, a little bit slow around Raymond Street. East side, westbound 70, slow roll from Shadeland Avenue over to Emerson Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-Week Challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Addiction. It's hard on those who struggle with it, but those who love the addict need support too. Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick provide help and hope with Supporting Sobriety. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on WIBC.com.
It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Here's how we play. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from days of yore or not so yore, and then he plays it, and I have to guess what it is. And sometimes they're very difficult, and sometimes he embarrasses me with stuff like Bonanza. Who doesn't know Bonanza? It's part of American lore. It is cultural.
So was
Doesn't
Webster.
matter where you're from.
So was Webster.
No, it's not. If you want to argue that the theme to Webster is ingrained in the American psyche, like the theme to Bonanza, well, I don't think you understand the lack of cultural impact Emmanuel Lewis has really had on society. This is what happens when you're the secretary of his fan club. On Tony Katz today, we'll get more into the release of Mark Fogel, held in Russia for 3 years, Trump enabling that release, and how the political left cannot mount a defense outside of this.
Oh, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against George. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon's kept within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of better singing. Is that a side? Can I pick that side? I'd like to be on that side, please. This is all they can do. Get a group of people together and sing like weirdos. And they think they're doing something. They think they're doing something. They have not yet accepted that they lost. And I want to put forward to you that learning is no longer the name of the game. We have been discussing this before anybody. When will these people learn? I have given up the idea that the left will learn because I am aware, and you are aware, that learning doesn't get you victories. I will discuss this on Tony Katz today at noon. Two other things. Ivy Tech. Love me some Ivy Tech. They are sunsetting their Office of Diversity, Equity, and Belonging. Thank you, Producer Carl. Thank you. Good. Never should have happened to begin with. Sue Ellspermann, president of the university, taking a look at Donald Trump's, the president's DEI initiatives, defunding, legislation going through the General Assembly, being proactive and saying, okay, this isn't going to happen. And it shouldn't. DEI is bigotry. Diversity, fine. DEI, bigotry. You see the difference? Also, wealth redistribution. Also, jobs program. Has no place in anybody's life. Shouldn't exist on the university level. Shouldn't exist on the governmental level. My gosh, no. I think if you play in this space, you're making a very, very large statement to the levels of guilt you have or bigotry that you're willing to play into. Goldman Sachs ending their IPO diversity pledge. Well, you got to have a certain number of people of this minority on your board in order for us to work with your IPO. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. If the entire board of directors is Laotian, Doesn't mean it's a bad company. If they're Samoan, doesn't mean it's a bad company. Also doesn't mean it's a good company. They're all white, they're all black, they're all Christian, they're all Jews, they're all lesbians. What does the company provide the product, produce the product, and does it have a runway to more growth? That's the question. Everything else is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So good on them. And then there are those people who want to boycott. Well, if you're not going to have DEI, we're not going to spend money with you. This is the Latino Freeze movement. A grassroots movement committed to showing the value of Latinos, other minorities, and allies, and what they offer in the United States. So you're not going to support DEI, we won't spend our money with you. All right, don't spend your money with them. I don't actually care. You know what's got my attention? Not just Ivy Tech, which I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Ivy Tech. You better believe it. 2 years, be able to get skills that you can bring into real life. You don't need the 4-year university. I'm not even opposed to, for in certain cases, the 4-year university. I'm very in favor of low-cost, high-yield options for education that allows people to create value for themselves and not value for the institution or value for nonsense virtue. But that's not the only thing I wanted to get to. Did you guys catch this story that the Simon family is getting a loan from the city of Indianapolis for $25 million for a hotel and concert venue project they're putting together? It's through their affiliate Boxcar Development. They're going to be building a hotel, a live performance venue operated by Live Nation, underground parking, garage, Skybridge connecting that to the field house. And they got a $25 million loan, forgivable. Just thought that was worth noting. Matt Bear has traffic. I'll catch you at noon.
Southbound 65 slow, MLK 221st Street. Northbound 65 slow out of the north split to Meridian Street Penn. And westbound 70 still dragging just a little bit. Arlington Avenue over to Emerson Avenue. Epler has opened on the south side between State Road 37 and I-69. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road North, Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40, so I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text LEAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary
complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LEAP to 321321. That's LEAP to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
If this is the year to build your custom dream home, Joiner Homes is ready to help make your dream come true. They offer the flexibility to build on your own lot, allowing you to build a home in the place you've always envisioned. A dedicated in-house team of experts will guide you through every step, offering unmatched personalization and flexibility. Joiner Homes provides clear and upfront pricing and floor plans to inspire you. There's no time like the present to get in touch with Joiner Homes to talk about your vision and learn more about their building process. Visit joinerhomes.com.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
It's Chimney Solutions Indiana 10% off special going on now. Chimney sweeps and inspections included.
This is our 10th year in business. To thank all of our customers, we're offering a full 10% off all services. Don't let your fireplace and chimney be a headache. Let our team help you enjoy your fireplace this season.
Call the experts. Call Chimney Solutions